how's it going? I said I was going to do a Q&A based off of questions I was asked on Instagram. There was quite a few questions that could get pretty lengthy, so I chose just a few to answer this time, and then I'll do another video to answer the rest. First off, I was asked about my training, how long I've been training, how I got started, and how I get past mental blocks. I have mental blocks all the time. This whole training cycle, I have had a major mental block, like not necessarily afraid of the weight, but which happens, but I have been not motivated at all. I've thought maybe I'll quit powerlifting, which goes through my head all the time. It's pretty normal for me. A lot of people love it so much they would never consider that, but for me, it can be really stressful, and once you put on a certain amount of muscle, you start to get a little bit insecure about how big you are and do you look manly. You know, you get those comments, and after a while, you may be confident, but after a while you start to wonder, you know, do I really look like a man? Because you don't feel normal. You know, you go places where everyone else is normal and you're the only jacked girl in the room. I'm not that big, but yeah, anyway. So that shit doesn't matter. Do your thing. You know, embrace yourself. And I look up to a lot of CrossFitters because those girls look amazing, and I know how much I think they look great. So I don't really care because I'm like, dude, they're rocking it, so can I. Okay, so I've been powerlifting for 3 years, and I got started because my husband was like so into powerlifting. I always trained, like in high school I played soccer and I was on dance team, and I took a weightlifting class and I was pretty strong, and I loved it. Like I have always loved going to the gym and just doing whatever, but I thought I lifted heavy and then found out that I didn't. So I started training with my husband, and he was like, oh, Mark Bell, and these guys and powerlifting and blah, blah. And so we just kind of started training powerlifting style. And right before we moved to Florida, I lived in Georgia, and we did our first meet, which was just a push-pull. I went in, didn't cut weight or anything, which cutting weight I don't recommend unless you're, you know, a seasoned athlete, at least an elite total, or going for an elite total. That's when you're competitive. So if you're not really, you know, up to a certain level yet, I wouldn't recommend it, because just have fun with it. It should be fun. It should always be fun. Even when you get to the elite level, it should be fun. And if it's not anymore, then maybe you should start having fun with it. Stop cutting weight. Stop taking it so seriously, and just do whatever you feel like doing. So anyway, I've been training for, it'll be 3 years in December. Before that, I was, you know, training. But anyway, okay, I did a push-pull. Sorry, track thought. I did a push-pull, and I benched 140, and I deadlifted 260. After that, I moved to Florida, did another meet in April where I squatted 259. I benched 175, and I deadlifted 297. Anyway, I was addicted from there. I train at Orlando Barbell, and I've been doing them in a minimalist method almost the whole time. I tried a couple other programs just to see. Honestly, you don't know what program's going to work for you. I know that I'm constantly saying minimalist method, because it works for me, and it might work for you, but that doesn't mean that it will. So you should try different things. Don't be a program hopper. If you're going to try a program, you need to try it for at least 8 weeks, see how you feel about it, then try something else. And then after you've tried a few, then you can say, hey, I remember that one program. I really liked it. I liked how long it took me to train. I liked how I felt afterwards, and I felt good, and I got strong. And then choose that program. That doesn't mean that you'll always use that program. Eventually, you might grow away from it. You might get, you know, you might need more. You might need to change something. So do that. You know, do everything that's going to benefit and work for you, because everyone's different. Weight cut. Oh, wait, mental blocks. Sorry. When I start to feel not motivated, or I start to feel any type of way that's negative towards my training, I treat it like a job. I'm like, I got to do it. I got to train. I have a meet coming up. I said I was going to do something. I need to do it. I'm really bad about not following through on things, and that's something I'm working on as far as personality. So for me, when I'm not motivated, I just force myself to do it, and I go in whether I feel like it or not, whether I'm having a good day or not. If I might have a shitty attitude, but I never pitch a fit if I don't get a weight. I just always that's all I had today. That's all I got. Don't get a shitty attitude. Don't be mad about it. Don't be mad at your body. You're treating it like shit. You're lifting all this weight. You can't be mad at your body. It is what it is. That's what you can do that day. That doesn't mean the next week you won't come in and fucking smash shit. Okay, next. Weight cut. This is going to be a long video. Jesus. So for weight cuts, I have been cutting weight for a while. I wasn't going to cut weight this time, but I had some goals that I haven't hit in the 148 class, so I've decided that I will be cutting weight. Not excited about it, but it's not really that bad. Some people get affected on meet day by cutting weight and they're not as strong, but I haven't had a bad experience on meet day from cutting weight. I don't recommend cutting more than 5 to 6 pounds. If you're a little heavier than that, you should probably start dropping weight a little later on. I mean, a little earlier on, like 4 to 6 weeks out. You should start cleaning up your diet. Try to lose a little bit of weight, get down to the 5 to 6 pounds out, and then you can cut the rest the week of. My diet, I basically eat what I want. If I'm trying to cut weight and I know I need to clean it up, sometimes I'll start doing flexible dieting, counting macros. But I don't do that all the time because I don't like to restrict myself. I don't like to count. I don't like to track. I don't like to be controlled. I hate that feeling. I like to be able to say, oh, I want to eat 5 pieces of pizza. Is that healthy? Is that good for me? Probably not. But I'm not going to be that. I can't. I don't want to. I don't want to do that. I don't want to watch what I eat all the time. I'm sorry. If I want to have beer, I don't want to worry about it. I don't look for a goal body. I look for a goal in my training. And whatever happens to my body is a result of that. And anything else, whatever. Okay, so I'm going to talk about the belt because I don't have much time for much else. So the belt that I use is an Inzer lever belt, which is pretty popular. This is it. I've had this belt since I started. First belt I ever got. It's lasted 3 years. And I love it. It's easy to get on, easy to get off. Some people like the prong belts. It's preference, really. I think that one was like $90. It took 4 weeks to get it, so I would recommend ordering ahead of time. I usually put my belt on. Some people like to go beltless. If that's your thing, do it. But for me and for people who want to use a belt at a certain rate, I think I usually go to about 65%. So for me, like on squat, I'll put my belt on after about 215. So I'll go 215 beltless, and then if I go up to 235, that's when I put my belt on. Deadlift, about 65%. So I usually work up to like 385 or so on deadlift. So I usually put my belt on at about 275. Some people do like to go without a belt to strengthen their core or, whatever. I've had back problems from pulling my, I pulled a muscle in my back, my glutes messed up, my hips messed up, all those old people stuff. So I just like to take precautions. Like, if I want to get my core stronger, I'm going to do it another way. I'm not going to not use my belt. That's just how I think. I'm not saying that you shouldn't or you should or whatever. Do what works for you, but I'm pretty precautionary about making sure I'm protecting myself the best I can. So this video is almost 10 minutes long, so I'm gonna go ahead and cut it off now, and I'll do another Q&A later and answer the rest of your questions. And if you have more after watching this, then just comment below and I will answer them in the next one. Thanks guys, bye!